WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Good morning, everybody. Guess what? You've made it to whatever you want to call this day. I usually switch between calling it Friday Junior or Friday Eve, and I think I'll stick with Friday Junior. But you've made it. Thriving Thursday. It is Thursday, December 11th. I am your host, Alexis Bellamy. I'm joined by 2 News anchor Caleb Michael on this Thriving Thursday. Good morning, Caleb.
Hey, good morning, Alexis. Always a pleasure to be here with you.
Anywhere else you would rather be?
No.
Good answer. Took a little too long, but good answer. There is, if I wasn't here, the only other place I would be home, warm in bed. It is frigid
It's
out
cold.
there this morning. Yesterday, I was getting beat up by the wind. Today, it was just ridiculously cold temperatures.
Yeah.
To learn a little bit more about how long that cold and that just dreadfulness is going to stick with us, 2 News meteorologist
Lots of adjectives, huh, Melissa?
Melissa
Wow,
Barrington is here.
what an introduction here. Well,
Not-
I'm sorry, Alexis, but you know what? If you think this is bad, it's going to get significantly
Oh, yeah,
worse
wait
Yeah,
over
there's
the
single
weekend.
digits coming, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more snow, and then the cold in particular is coming late next.
That sounds
at the end of the
awful.
weekend, I should say. So if you're cold now, you really need to bundle up.
Oh, I am.
So let's go ahead and start and take a look here at what we're expecting for the rest of the day. We're sitting at 28 degrees. The mercury is not going to go up very much. We're not going to see a lot of sunshine, but if you do see some sun, consider yourself lucky. The wind that Alexis was alluding to, not as strong as yesterday, but still gusts up to 20 miles an hour possibility. Then we're going to be tracking some snow later on tonight, and accumulating snow is a possibility. Right now, high pressure is in control, but you see to our west that large warm front that's associated with an area of low pressure that's coming down from the northern plains. That is going to be affecting us, and computer models are continuing to take it a little bit further south. So that actually could be beneficial for us because that would mean lesser amounts of snow. However, the rest of the afternoon looks mainly dry. Temperatures really not budging a lot, around 31 for the high, but we're also tracking another system after the one for tonight. We'll have details coming up in your complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
It is winter
It is
in
winter.
Ohio. Here we go.
I wanted
Yeah.
to say you've given us plenty to look forward to, but not really like look forward to anything, you know what
It's
I mean?
very active.
It is.
So,
That's the
but we
word
do
we'll
have
use.
some good weather maybe later next week.
Okay, so really long-term
Something to
looking
look
out.
forward to
Yeah,
for you,
actually.
Alexis.
Thank you, Melissa. Kicking things along to your top stories this morning. Local lawmakers are looking to make changes to prevent cases similar to the death of 7-year-old Herschel Creechbaum. State Representative Phil Plummer is spearheading a bill that he says he's been working on since Creechbaum's death. You remember that. We've covered that extensively since it happened, a terribly sad story. He says this bill, however, could be a second chance to fix the system's ways. The purpose of this bill is to close any loopholes in child protective services and enforce statewide requirements for caseworkers overseeing children with open cases. It eliminates alternative responses to wellness checks, meaning no more phone calls or Zoom calls. This person would have to go to the situation in person and actually lay eyes on it. Now, the bill would have the State Department of Children and Youth Services publish monthly data about where a child is and for how long. And that's to help better communications between counties and increase caseworker training, Caleb.
Yep, another case that we've been following. A trial date is now set for Travis Jackson. It's the man here up on the screen. Court documents show a pretrial hearing for May 1st. The trial will begin on May the 18th. Now, Jackson is accused of fatally shooting landscaper Tanner Staggs on Indiana Avenue in Dayton. It happened earlier this year. He reportedly got a gun out of his home, shooting Staggs after an argument over what we're told are grass clippings on a car. He plans to argue self-defense.
And police are searching this morning for a woman charged with stealing more than, she's charged with stealing more than $830,000, and she just got out. Jamie Grant was indicted on aggravated theft after an investigation by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. Back in July of this year, deputies responded to a medical practice for employee theft concerns. Authorities say Grant was the business manager and admitted to using the business's funds for personal expenses. Anyone with information on where Grant is asked to call the Miami Valley Crime Stoppers.
Well, this is a story I'm sure a lot of Ohio State fans have had their eyes on. Really,
If not everybody.
Just in general. But fans are reacting to the firing and detainment of Michigan football coach Sharon Moore, former coach, we should say. He was booked into the Washington County Jail with an alleged assault charge being investigated. Now, this all comes prior to the announcement of his firing, as he reportedly violated university policy by engaging in, quote, an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, end quote. The news of the former coach's night in jail shocking the football world. Michigan fans, many say they're disappointed. Some share, while picking a new coach could be difficult, they still do have hope in their Wolverines. But Biff Hoagie has been appointed as interim head football coach. Not his first time either in that position.
Okay, so what's your take, Caleb? Give us your hot take.
I'll tell you this much: when I saw the ESPN alert yesterday, I was like, "This is crazy." Because again, 9-3, but he beat Ohio State last year, and Ohio State, did what they needed to do against that team up north this year. So I didn't think it was anything on the field. So you can only assume off the field. I'm shocked. There's a lot that still has to come out, but I mean, the university's made it pretty clear where they stand. So
and that's really the only thing that matters.
Yeah, I don't believe that it'll be in reverse or anything in that nature.
But you kind of, well, I guess this is that team up north, but not really impacting us here in Ohio as far as like the games or anything.
No,
so
just not
fine.
something you expect to see, I think, is the biggest takeaway I have.
Yeah, I agree. Very interesting. Our final top story this morning. A local organization has been selected to implement a new violence interruption model right here in Dayton. The community-based organization, Felons with a Future, will partner with Cure Violence Global. That's another organization as part of Dayton's Peace Campaign. Now, coming up in just a minute or two, 2 News reporter Julian Jackson will be on to break down this new model, what it will look like here in Dayton, and other information we need to know about this.
Okay.
But for now, turning to your react to that question for this morning, you may have heard it a little bit earlier. We're getting so close to Christmas, you guys. Less than 2 weeks away now. What is at the top of your Christmas list? What do you guys want for Christmas? That the first thing you wrote down. We already heard Caleb's, which was a really good one. You want to share it again?
Yes, I just said I hope that people for Christmas, my hope for the world is for everyone to just express I would say an attitude of gratefulness. I just want everybody to be grateful. Look,
and that's
life has a lot of crazy things. I think the holidays are a good time to just pause and get a good perspective on things.
They are.
As an adult, I feel like there aren't things that I really need. Things I want, sure, but nothing that's top in the list. What about you? Anything?
Well, I'm not going to say mine after you just said you want world peace, and I'm going to be like,
I didn't say world peace. I just said a sense of gratitude, an attitude of thankfulness this holiday season.
Mine was a new couch. I need a new sofa, everybody.
But that's a necessity, though. So that's not a bad thing.
I know it's not a bad thing. It just didn't sound great after yours.
Do you not have a couch right now?
I don't. So it is a necessity in that moment.
It is. I hope you get that house, Queen.
But we want to hear from you guys. Please get on the conversation. Make me feel better about what I want for Christmas. That's the QR code. Want to hear from you guys. Moving on now. New efforts on maintaining peace and safety in the city of Dayton are being made. That nonprofit group dedicated to changing some of the norms that surround violence has picked up a group right here in Dayton to introduce a new program, a violence interruption model. 2 News reporter Julian Jackson is covering that this morning. He's here to break it down for us a little bit. Good morning, Julian.
Good morning, Alexis. Good morning, Caleb. This is a very detailed campaign here. It's part of Dayton's Peace Campaign, and as we know, hosting NATO, Dayton is a place of peace. Outside of the Schuster Center with the Dayton Peace sign, as you can clearly see there, just welcoming and brokering peace as they did to help put an end to the Bosnian War in the 90s. So having that, but also, as 2 News has been reporting for years now, and just within this past year, now we're still working to get updated numbers, but an increase in violent crimes, with many of them involving guns and young people just throughout this year. From numbers I collected simply from our articles, we were looking at around 17 violent crimes involving a young person or someone under 20 years old. Many of those teens just a few days ago, we looked at a 15-year-old now being taken into custody for the shooting of a 13-year-old on Saturday. Dion Green, CEO and founder with the Fudge Foundation, one of those people who just says that he's seeing these crimes with kids. They're getting younger and younger now, and that's not what we want to see. So they're hoping that we can put an end to conflict before it happens.
Julian, I'm curious. Outgoing Mayor Dayton Mayor Jeffrey Mims Jr. has put an emphasis on curbing youth crime in particular. How much money is the city putting behind this project?
So I do believe that the number is just a little more than $470,000. This is part of a contract with Cure Violence Global, and they will be partnering with local agencies such as the Greater Dayton Area Hospital Association, along with Felons with a Future, and then the other, I do believe, is just the city of Dayton. So Cure Violence Global is going to bring people in to train and help these people go out and interrupt these incidents before they turn into homicides, murders, and things of that sort.
And is that who you're looking to talk to and learn a little bit more about this?
I'll
About this
actually be
organization
speaking.
today?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'll actually be speaking with the director with Felons with a Future later on this afternoon, and that's something we'll be looking forward to coming up on First at 4. And we're just going to be talking about how they're going to be, to what approach they plan to take. Now, while this training still has to happen, hopefully we get some dates and when this is going to take place and when this can actually get started. This is something that's been talked about now for months. And now that we're seeing a new mayor come into office with Mayor-elect Shanice Turner-Sloss, we are hoping that that this can just, all these efforts can continue. And let me read you something quickly from an excerpt from Mayor Mims. He said, "Treating violence like a contagious disease, we are investing in solutions that heal communities rather than tear them apart." I also spoke to the president of the Dayton unit of the NAACP on Sunday afternoon, or Sunday evening rather. That is Dr. Derek L. Forward. And what he was telling me is that we need to be holding the kids accountable. We need to be holding their parents and guardians accountable, but we also need to be making sure that we are not allowing for people to terrorize our wonderful city.
All right, Julian,
Thank
looking
you,
forward to
Julian.
seeing your report later on 2 News First to 4. Appreciate you always. Stepping along now, trial continues for a case that sat cold for more than 2 decades. Jonathan Link is accused of killing his ex-girlfriend Shannon Anderson back in 2001. Here's a picture of her on your screen. A Kettering police officer testified in court on Wednesday, saying he found blood spots in the victim's bedroom, recorded that the mattress was swapped during the investigation, and found the victim's license in Link's wallet. We'll be back in court today and bring you the latest updates on 2 News First at 4.
And the clock is ticking, and that's in order to extend healthcare subsidies before Obamacare premiums spike at the start of 2026. Now, the Senate is set to vote today on 2 proposals, and that's one from each side of the aisle. Now, the Democrats' proposal, called the Lower Healthcare Cost Act, would include a clean extension of the expiring subsidies for 3 years at an estimated cost of $83 billion for the next decade. Meanwhile, the Republicans proposed the Healthcare Freedom for Patients Act of 2025. That would replace enhanced subsidies with HSA contributions for those up to 700% of the federal poverty limit. That proposal is expected to increase deficits in the short term, but will decrease them over a decade. At this point, if it does not seem like either plan has the 60 votes needed to pass.
Yeah, this, of course, a big sticking point for the government shutdown to end, so it'll be curious to see how lawmakers vote.
Yes.
And hopefully they can get something over the finish line, because the deadline is not far away.
Exactly, something to look forward to. We are going to take a quick break now. Your time is 11:12. On the other side, we are going to hear about an upcoming Christmas party, how you can play a role in it for a good cause, too. And a final look at weather. Don't go away.
2 News Now, brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
And we're back with that favorite countdown, the only countdown you can really look forward to here on 2 News Now. Take a look at this. We are showing you downtown Milan getting excited for the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Absolutely.
Guys, 57 days away. We know the torch relay has already picked up and started, giving you something to really look forward to and get excited about before the games get here if you need to wet your beak with something. Now, the torch will be lit from February 6th of next year to the 22nd. And when that time does come, of course, you can watch the games right here on WDTN. We're keeping the countdown going. But for now, turning back to outside, we want to know what we're up against this week. I cannot stop thinking about the single temperature, the single digits that are coming up soon for us,
Yes,
Melissa?
coming up soon. But before we get to that, we still have to deal with 2 storm systems here. One is for tonight. Yeah, I know. Winter's here. Even though unofficially it's not here yet.
Don't know.
Not quite yet officially. But anyways, overnight last night, we did have some flurries. And you know what? I went outside not that long ago, and there's some slick spots out there like
Already?
on the roads and stuff, just from the flurries and the cold temperatures. So if you still are going out this afternoon, just be aware of that. There could be some slick spots out there. And we're still seeing some flurries being reported right now in Springfield, where it's 29 degrees. Temperature really hasn't budged much in Dayton, sitting at 28. We've been at that for several hours now. Taking a look here outside at Troy from earlier, we saw those snow showers, and then we've seen a couple peaks here and there of some sunshine, but for the most part, gray skies are overhead. And again, it may spit a little bit with a little bit of like flurries from time to time, but for the most part, really not much showing up on live Doppler 2HD at this point in time. However, we are tracking another system that's coming down from the northern plains. And you can see here that stretch of winter weather advisories that go through parts of Iowa into central Illinois, much of Indiana, and then it kind of clips our area. So the Miami Valley is technically not in this winter weather advisory. It's going to affect folks here, Cincinnati, south, maybe around Middletown to Wilmington. This goes into effect later on tonight through tomorrow morning. However, we're still expecting to see some snow. The system looks like right now areas north of I-70, less than an inch of snow. Some areas in the far northern counties, probably even less than a half an inch around Salina, Bellefontaine, and also around Wapakoneta, if everything stays according to the plan of how it's going to shape up. South of I-70, we're looking at 1 to 2 inches, and the southern extent of that, spotty areas of 3 inches, and then down to Cincinnati, we're looking at 2 to 4 inches. Could be a very messy morning commute, even just with any accumulating snow here and in Cincinnati. Today, though, still expecting cloudy skies through the rest of the afternoon, around 31 degrees for your high. Future checks trying to break out a little bit of sun, but I would not keep my hope of seeing that sunshine. And as you can see here, the storm system is going to take a southern track. South of I-70 is the best chances for that snow to come in as we go into tonight and into tomorrow, and then the rest of tomorrow looks dry. Today, though, a high of 31 degrees, mixture of clouds and sun, still breezy. And then tonight, we're looking at temperatures dropping down to 26 degrees. And then tomorrow, we're expecting generally the morning snow is going to come to an end, and then we're looking at cloudy skies for the rest of the afternoon. Friday into Saturday. Saturday, another storm system comes through. This one looks like it may actually produce even more snow than what we're looking at with tonight's system. So we're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to Saturday's system. And after that system passes, here comes the blast of Arctic air. Sunday, Monday, overnight lows in the single digits.
I know we have, like you said, we have several other elements to get through, but I just cannot stop looking at 22
Well, look at the
and
potential
2.
warm-up.
She just
Yes.
said we can't be hopeful.
To
She just
40.
said.
Well,
43,
43, and you know what? Beyond next Wednesday, there has been indications that we could see some even milder temperatures after that. Okay. So just kind of got to plow through the next few days.
Literally. Thank you, Melissa.
No problem.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Is this one for me? I can talk about this?
Yes,
This
you
plane?
do.
Okay, all right. This is pretty crazy. You gotta
It
check out
is.
this video. A plane was forced to land on a Florida interstate. Crash land. Video shows the small aircraft
Crazy.
attempting an emergency landing on I-95 near Cape Canaveral on Monday. Florida Highway Patrol says the plane hit one vehicle in the crash, and one person was sent to the hospital. Thankfully, only minor injuries. The agency reports 2 people were on the plane. Neither was hurt. The FAA is expected to investigate the cause of the crash. I'll tell you this much.
Crazy.
The way I would have drove home in silence,
In silence.
if I saw
You
this
know?
happen in front of me,
I mean, after I call the police, because someone needs to do something. But
I'd
I
probably
just,
be sitting there in silence
yeah,
still, just
no
like,
radio,
Lord,
no
what,
Christmas music,
what's,
nothing.
wow.
The blessing there is that everyone was okay. I think the driver of that car was okay as well. I saw some video of her getting
minor
out.
injuries.
Very
Yeah, goodness
spooky.
gracious.
Well, moving to your day ahead, happening today, the Mix 1077 team is broadcasting live from the Ronald McDonald House. And we know that all proceeds from this morning's broadcast, or from today's broadcast, will benefit the Ronald McDonald House charities in Dayton and help cover those costs of lodging, meals, and supportive services to the families to stay close to those kids. From 6 this morning until 6 tonight, the station will be airing inspiring stories from past, current families, interviews from sponsors, special donation incentives, and much more. This year's goal is to raise $45,000 to celebrate Ronald McDonald House Charities, Dayton's 45th anniversary, and help provide 200 nights of care and comfort to families.
Yeah, awesome event supporting an awesome organization.
Indeed. And we have something else really awesome and exciting to look forward to today. This morning, we're joined by Tiffany Birdsong. She is the founder of the Fearless Ladies organization right here in Dayton, and they have a amazing, I was going to say fun, but it looks more than that, a spectacular Christmas party coming up today. Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
What can you tell us about today?
So the Fearless Ladies is hosting a community Christmas party. We're going to be having it at the North Branch Library on Philadelphia Drive. So we are planning a full festivity, face painting, live music by DJ Smooth. We have hot cocoa because you know it's cold out there.
Definitely
I know
is.
we have a lot of gifts and food that we're going to be giving out to the children. So we want you to bring your family out. We want you to come out and get some hot cocoa. We have some pizzas. And we are going to be giving out gift cards, everything for the family. So we're just so excited to be able to do this for the family for this Christmas season.
I love that. Now, for families who are looking to bring, their kids out and have a great time tonight, what's your hope that they walk away with from the event today?
Well, we hope that they'll walk with a smile on their face and, just encouragement and, love, because we're going to empower them as well. And, just speak life as well to the families, especially those that's been going through some things throughout, this time.
Sure.
Then, some toys and that they can take home and, to their family.
So, Tiffany, one more time, tell us when this party starts, where it's going to happen, and what people need to know before they get there.
Yes, so the event is today at the Northwest Library at 6 o'clock p.m. It is on Philadelphia Drive, 2410 Philadelphia Drive, and we're going to have face painting, we're going to have live music, dancing, hot cocoa, food, games, activities, just for the fun, just to come out. Bring your family, bring your whole family. We even have prizes for the adults. So not just for the kids, we're going to be giving gift cards and some nice prize for the adults.
See?
I'm sure they're going to be excited about that.
And that's all some people need sometimes, is to hear that there's stuff for the adults.
Yes,
for the
yes,
A true
yes.
family event. All right. Thanks
Good
so
luck,
much, Tiffany.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We are going to take a quick break. On the other side, we've got those react to that responses
Oh.
and what's coming up in Living Dayton. I hope you guys said something. I want to hear those responses. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. That best part of the show, we're listening to you guys. Those react to that responses. It's time. So what do you guys want for Christmas? What tops your list? Let's find out. Jan says, peace on earth.
Come on, Jan.
Okay, yep.
Say that.
It's like,
Got me feeling
yeah, that's
good.
just
I
like
love
Caleb's.
that.
Okay, now Stan says something also similar on the same boat. Good health this year, which is
Absolutely.
very important. Yes, we're putting our
Because
hands up to that.
tomorrow is not promised. Amen.
Amen. Jenny says, you're copying me, Caleb. Jenny says, a new TV. Mine went out a few weeks ago, and I am using a small borrowed. Okay, so
That's
someone
important.
who wants something, and I need a couch. Perfect. I'm so happy to hear that you guys.
Because you're couchless right now.
Yes, exactly. That's me. Okay. Look at this, you guys. We have a job opening unlike any other that's taking applications, and you won't believe it. It's time to find the next Oscar Mayer Wienermobile spokesperson. And this person, I think I got yelled at to make sure that I say that this is called a hot dog. The driver, this is the name of the job. So
Hot dogger.
Hot dogger. Okay.
Oh.
Oscar Mayer is looking for a creative, friendly, exuberant college grad to drive the 27-foot-long hot dog across the country. You'll make over 5,000 people apply for this job every year. You get $35,000. So
Yeah, the question is, do
consider.
you want to be an Oscar Mayer wiener?
It is.
Think about that.
Another question is, what is coming up in Living Dayton today? Emily is here to tell us. She's doing something really excited. A favorite campaign of mine, Emily. What's going on?
So the Remarkable Woman campaign is back for another
So
year.
excited.
So we're going to have last year's guest featured on the show today to tell about her experiences and, maybe give you some advice to nominate someone for this year's.
Perfect.
Yes.
And my favorite people, maybe not my favorite, but this is my favorite thing to put on top of my sandwiches. Who's in the kitchen?
Yeah. Well, Tasty Bacon's is in the kitchen.
That's
They've
it.
got a wide variety of things. I think today we're doing pizzas though. So I'm excited.
okay.
Pizzas and sandwiches. So very
Okay.
excited for that.
We love
it's gonna be
either
delicious.
or. Good
Yes.
stuff.
All right,
Good
lots
food.
going on. Go hang out with Emily and Grace on Living Dayton.
That's right.
And that does it for us for 2 News Now on this thriving Thursday. Alexis Bellamy, Caleb Michael. We'll see you back here on Friday, you guys.